I was kind of a fan of Bob Dylan walking in, and I was kind of a fan of Timothée Chalamet walking in. And I walked out being mega fans of both.
Get up there one more time. Use that music in the right way.
The right way?
It started off with Bob Dylan, and he's just a hitchhiker, went to New York on a whim to go visit his dream artist, you know, his role model. And he met, I forgot his name, I got it, Bob Seger, I'm pretty sure. He takes him under his wing, he shows him the folk scene around New York, and thus Bob Dylan was made. This movie didn't sugarcoat it. Bob Dylan was kind of a dick. This sounds deep, but it's not. I think it says a lot about society that you can show someone who is extremely gifted, extremely talented, be that much of a dick, and everybody still loves him, and you don't see any hate going towards Bob Dylan and on Instagram, on whatever. I mean, you see him cheating on his girlfriend, you see him being a dick to his fans, being a dick to the girl he was cheating on his girlfriend with. He's a little ungrateful about everything. It kind of poses a question, like, yeah, he's ungrateful, but like, did he ever want to be famous? It seems to me he never wanted to be famous. He just wanted to make a living doing what he loved, right? And then fame rolls into it, and he did not like that. It seems. It still seems to this day, you know, he's kind of recluse. He was never at the premieres, I don't think he did interviews for this. I think they posed a really interesting question. And I think it's, when you get famous, like Bob Dylan famous, are you at the mercy of the fans? Do you have to play the songs that they want to play? They paid money to go to that concert. They paid money to go see the song that they love most from you, right? But then that kind of takes your autonomy as an artist to venture out and do some rock and roll or do something else that's a little different. You think he's a dick. I mean, he definitely did it in a dick way, saying he doesn't want to sing his songs anymore, right? He screwed over his friend that helped him out, just wanted him to sing a few folk songs at the folk concert, right? But at the same time, like, yeah, like, I would want to venture out and not do the same things I've always done. I don't know. I think there's two sides of the coin, and I think they did a really good job at setting that up in this movie. Timothée Chalamet, what he did acting-wise, I think he's going to win Best Actor for the Oscars. The guy who played Johnny Cash did a great job. It was not even, it was like halfway in, and I realized it was the guy from Narcos. Like, he really got lost in that role. That was really good. Edward Norton, of course, I love Edward Norton. He's like your favorite actor's favorite actor, you know? He's just great, everything he does. But this movie, jeez, I was inspired. Right when I walked out, I went home and wrote like a vagabond type hitchhiking acoustic guitar singer movie. Like, it just inspired me. My cons, I got very few cons. Dragged a little bit. Just a tad bit. I found myself checking my watch a couple times throughout the movie. That's never a good sign, but it's honestly not even that bad of a critique. My second critique, which is almost not even a critique, because it's based off a true event, so I can't really critique real life, right? But when he was at the folk festival, he said F you to the establishment, he said F you to his friend, and played his rock and roll, and he walked out. And I was like, okay, fine, we're going with that. I don't like that you screwed over Bob Seger. I don't like that you did it, but hey, you did it, whatever, right? F the establishment, go do your thing, rock and roll. And then he looks at Johnny Cash, like the one guy that is F the establishment, like rock and roll, you know? And Johnny Cash gives him that look like, hop back up on stage. And I'm like, okay, what are they doing here? I guess he's just doing it again, like more like screw you to the audience maybe. And then he goes and he plays his folk song. And I don't know, I felt it was a little regressive, you know? It was a little lackluster. But like I said, it's based off a real event, so I can't really, you know. There's one point in the movie where he was playing his rock and roll. You see some of the audience is happy, some of the audience is mad. And the camera pans up, like right to his face, and he sings, "In a complete unknown," was like, oh, dude, this is an awesome way to end. Just end it on, oh, people hate him, people love him. He's saying F you, it's rock and roll, and then boom, the name of the movie, and then it ends, and I was like, oh, that's a perfect ending. And then the thing that I don't like happened, where he goes back and plays folk. Those are my only cons, were those three little things. One of them I can't even really say it's a con, right? But I think it would have been a perfect ending, just right there, ending it on that little high cliff note, because I don't think anything was really added those last like 5 to 10 minutes. Other than that, I love the movie. I thought it was great. It inspired me. Timothée Chalamet did amazing. Edward Norton as always. Cinematography was good. Story was good, lacking just a tad bit, like I said, but nothing too ridiculous. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. Mic drop.